Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Super Breakdown. Today we're taking a look at the RX-78-2 Gundam plus the G parts piloted by Amuro Ray. This is a variation of the RX-78-2 that is available in this game and is very cool, I think. It's a little bit more range-based than the basic version. You still have your regular shot. It can still be fired exactly the same way as the previous. You can fire it behind. But now your charge gets you this nice little bazooka shot that also involves a slight movement. You can fire and move to the right. Very useful for dodging something if you've been charging it up while doing other things. And of course, as you can see, you can hit with both, get it down. Very nice. Boop. You have now, instead of your previous javelin throw, you have this switch, I guess you could say, this transition into the tank parts. Tread parts. You also have, for left bumper, you have the transition into the B parts, which allow you to fire once, or if you press your basic shot again, you can do it again. We're empty on it right now, but you can do it again up until the end of your boost. And so we'll show that here. Or we'll die, because we're trying to talk and play at the same time. So as you can see, we can just keep going, and eventually you'll get all the way through your boost bar, and then you'll fall. We still have basic melee. Not too bad. You have the new side melee. All right, come on now, Char. New side melee, pretty basic. No combo to go from it. No Gundam hammer. You sacrifice a little bit to be able to get used to the G parts. But they are very useful. Parts are pretty good. This in particular is very useful to me. Your back melee that was the block before is now a kick. And it's a kick that doesn't follow through on anything. So if you land the kick... Oh boy. If you land the kick, you're probably going to want to follow it up with another attack. Nope, I was trying to be fancy there and sidestep at the last second so we could kick. You want to follow it up with like a basic shot or something like that, or the bazooka. From the charge. You also have, we haven't really got into it yet, but you also have your forward melee and your burst. And then, of course, there's another thing we haven't got into yet either. So let's go ahead and show off the burst. It's pretty cool. You call in Sayla, you do a big combo attack. It's pretty nice. You do side melee there to finish that off. We'll go into the second round, where we'll show off the forward melee, as well as the other mode that this thing has, the mobile armor mode. And then we'll talk a little bit about where you should play this suit, if you think it's worth, or if I think it's worth playing, and some other thoughts on it, as well as a couple tricks. Let me know, as always, of course, your thoughts on the suit. Comment section down below. This is not meant to be a comprehensive, every little maneuver, every strategy you could think of. This is just a basic rundown of the abilities and where I think it sits in the meta. So, we didn't talk about forward melee at all. Forward melee is the new one. It allows you to boost forward with the G parts, and I think forward melee, if you're going to melee with the suit often, I think forward melee is probably the one you want to use. Because you can come forward with it, and if you hit, you can, instead of going into that combo, I messed it up there, but you can cancel out of it to do another forward melee. See if we can show that here. And if you do it right, you can kind of just stack forward melees over and over again. And it's pretty effective. Take that life off. The other thing we haven't talked about yet is the mobile armor mode. In mobile armor mode, you have, of course, all of the G parts. I say mobile armor mode. It's kind of just G part mode. But you have the basic shot that you can do, which is pretty good. Does some decent damage. I would mainly use this not for that shot, to be honest. I would dodge as much as you can with it. The big advantage is the triangle is no longer melee. Now it's missiles. Oh, man. Unfortunately, you can't sidestep at all in that mode. You don't have any rolls like you do in other mobile armor modes. You just have it and getting out of it. But the missiles do quite a bit of damage if you can land with them. So, not too bad. Definitely a place for it. It's weird in mobile armors, and then that I think it's less useful than almost every other mobile armor mode in this game. But it does have its advantages for sure. Where do I think the G parts unit stacks up? I think if you prefer if you like playing with the regular one, the regular RX-78-2, you will still find some things to enjoy in the G parts version. I think specifically being able to drop into A and B parts at any time is really cool. Being able to use the B parts specifically to get a combo going that allows you to dodge left and right, very, very handy, and can let you dodge attacks you may not have dodged otherwise. It's more of a ranged unit than the regular RX-78-2, which is kind of good for every situation. So definitely keep that in mind, but the melee's not bad. I would say play this as a ranged suit. As a ranged 2000, I don't think it's the best ranged 2000, and I think the mobile armor mode in particular really holds it back, but it's not terrible. And again, people won't know what to expect when you call it in. They'll know it's the G parts mode, but you can get some surprises off that people didn't expect coming because they see an RX-78-2 and expect it to just be an RX-78-2. With all that said, though, let me know your thoughts on the suit in the comment section down below. And as always, I'm Trey. This is the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that Gundam has to offer.